Hello and welcome everyone to Gold Asset of the Day for the 3rd of December, presented by myself, Phil Carr, at the Gold and Silver Club. So first of all, as we go into a new week here, what do you need to know? It's been very interesting in that yet again, we have seen that typical counterflow move for gold at the beginning of the week, giving us a great opportunity, in fact, to build positions yet again at major levels of support. We went through this in a lot of detail on our week ahead commodity report, where essentially over the course of this week, we're looking for support to be coming in between $1,450 to $1,460 per ounce this week, and then a rotation back towards $1,470 to $1,480, and utilizing any pullbacks at the start of the week as opportunities to build further positions. In fact, just today, ahead of today's commodity report, we've already banked partial profits for 230 points on two positions on gold after yesterday gold tapped that 1,454 US dollar per ounce level. So with that, so far, if you have a look at gold on higher time frames, such as the daily and the weekly chart, you will see where we've now taken out last week's highs. And in fact, at the end of last week on Thanksgiving, the day afterwards on Black Friday, this is where we saw a breakout with gold. It's quite common for gold to have these moves on a Friday where you do have low liquidity in the markets. We saw it certainly during the summer months, and often you do see it at the end of December, where when there's low liquidity in the market, gold can have these breakout moves. So Friday definitely worked out very well for us with our positioning on gold. And of course, as I mentioned last week, palladium has been one of the star metals for us, breaking out over 1,000 points in the last week. In fact, banking us 1,260 points just last week on that long position. Now, as we continue to progress throughout this week, we do have Donald Trump at the moment in the UK, and his comments this morning with some of the UK reporters have helped to cause a little bit more uncertainty again between the US and China trade talks, and this is providing further support to gold. In fact, Donald Trump had mentioned that there may not be a deal between the US and China until after the presidential election and not until November of next year. So of course, we saw the US dollar sell off, S&P 500 sold off, metals such as gold and silver. I'll go into silver in more detail on silver asset of the day, but both of those catching a bid. Now, from a cycle point of view, typically, as we go into the first week of December, it can provide some support. We, of course, later on in the week, we do have non-farm payrolls. Then going into next week, we have the FOMC statement, the European Central Bank announcement, and also the UK election. It's absolutely not a time to take your eye off the ball at the moment. Markets are really starting to ramp up during this period, and you do want to capitalize on a lot of the opportunities that we will have here over the next couple of weeks. Not only that, of course, we have the OPEC news item for oil later on this week over Thursday and Friday, the meeting in Vienna, which I'll cover in more detail with oil asset of the day. But there are going to be plenty of opportunities. So really the trading plan over this week has been to build into positions at the start of the week with gold, this typical counter flow move. We've started to add positions already at the end of last week and the beginning of this week, and we're continuing to ride out those positions with partial profits banked. I would watch out for further volatility again on Friday's non-farm payroll, which can be of course a catalyst for some big moves on gold. That could provide potential for a breakout, but really any pullbacks back below 1460, I'm interested in adding further positions. Otherwise, if we continue to break out, we'll manage those trades, and I would look for a breakout back to 1470 to 1480 over the course of this week for gold. So with that, that's been Gold Asset of the Day, and of course, I wish you good trading.